Guide, what if animals could use technology like we do? I mean, imagine a monkey getting hold of a smartphone. What do you think it would do with it?
That's a fun question to ponder. Monkeys are clever creatures, always watching us humans and copying what we do. Picture this. A monkey in the jungle spots a phone left behind by a hiker. It wouldn't just swing away. It'd pick it up, turn it on, and start tapping the screen like it's seen people do. Maybe it'd snap a quick photo of itself hanging from a vine, with bananas in the background. That's like a jungle selfie.
A selfie? But monkeys don't know how to use apps or anything. They can't even read the words on the screen. Why would they bother with a phone?
You're right to wonder about that. It does seem tricky at first. Monkeys might not read like we do, but they're super smart learners. They mimic actions without needing words. It's how they survive in the wild, watching each other to find food or avoid danger. So, with a smartphone, a monkey could figure out the camera button by trial and error, just poking around until pictures pop up. And sharing? Well, if it connected to some animal network we imagine, it might send those selfies to other monkeys nearby. Like, hey, check out my new tree spot. It'd turn their playtime into a way to connect across the treetops.
That makes sense. Like how I learned to ride my bike by copying my friends, even before I could explain the pedals. So monkeys could use phones to show off their adventures.
Exactly. Think of it like this. There's a troop of monkeys I read about in a nature book. Researchers watched them in Africa, and these monkeys would steal shiny objects from campsites, not just to play, but to show off to the group. A smartphone would be the ultimate shiny toy. The monkey might video itself, swinging super fast or chasing fireflies at night, then share it so the whole troop laughs or learns a new trick. No typing needed. Voice commands or simple swipes could work if the tech was adapted for pause. It'd make their social life way more exciting, turning solitary swings into group stories.
I like that. But what if the battery dies? Or it falls in the river during a rainstorm?
Good point. Tech isn't perfect, even for us. Monkeys are adaptable, though. They'd probably charge it on a solar panel hidden in the branches, or waterproof it with big leaves, just like they use sticks to fish for termites. Remember, capuchin monkeys in South America already use rocks as tools to crack nuts. They're natural inventors. A phone would just be another tool to make life easier and more fun. Imagine a monkey leader using it to map out safe paths away from predators, sharing the info so the troop stays together.
Yeah, that sounds helpful. So instead of just grunting to each other, they'd have pictures and videos to explain things better.
You've got it. It's all about that mimicking smarts turning into something bigger. Monkeys could even start trends, like a viral video of the best fruit spots rippling through the jungle. Their days would feel less random, more like a big adventure shared with friends far and wide. But you know, while monkeys climb and chat on phones, what about animals that already rule the skies, like birds? They soar without any help. How could something like tech make their flights even better?
Birds already fly so high and fast on their own. Why would they need tech to make it better? Like, drones sound kind of bulky for something with feathers.
That's a smart way to look at it. And yeah, birds are amazing flyers without any gadgets. But imagine if a drone was like a super light backpack for a bird. Not heavy at all. Maybe made from soft materials that fold up tiny. Think of a hawk soaring over a vast field. Its eyes are sharp, but a drone could zip even farther ahead, like an extra set of wings scouting the horizon. It'd help spot a hidden mouse or a fresh stream from miles away, sending back pictures right to the bird's headset, or whatever we dream up.
A headset for a bird? That sounds funny. Like a tiny pilot's hat. But wouldn't the drone just get in the way of their natural flying? They flap and glide perfectly already.
I get why you'd think that. Birds have evolved those wings over millions of years, so why mess with perfection? But here's the thing. Tech could team up with their skills, not replace them. Picture a flock of geese migrating south for winter. Normally, they follow the leader's instincts, but storms or new cities can throw them off. A drone could fly out front, mapping safe routes around tall buildings or dry lakes, using GPS to share wind patterns. It's like giving the flock a weather app on wings. Researchers have seen birds like pigeons use Earth's magnetic fields to navigate. A drone would just boost that, letting them cover twice the distance without getting lost or tired.
Oh, so it's like a helper scout, not taking over the flying. That could save energy for the long trips. But what if the drone runs out of battery mid-flight? Like a bird getting too tired.
Good catch. Batteries are a hassle, even for us kids on long bike rides. But in this what-if world, birds might use solar-powered drones that recharge in the sun while gliding alongside. Or think smaller. A hummingbird zipping around flowers for nectar. Its drone could be no bigger than a bee, carrying a little camera to find the sweetest blooms hidden in thick bushes. The bird stays light, but gets intel from above, turning a quick buzz into a feast. I've read about real-life birds in Australia that drop nuts on roads for cars to crack. Imagine if they had a drone to pick the busiest spots, making foraging way easier and safer.
Yeah, hummingbirds are so speedy. A tiny drone would fit right in. It'd be like having a friend who checks the menu before you eat. So drones help them see and plan better without weighing them down?
Precisely. And it's not just about food. Drones could carry tools like a little net for an eagle to snag fish from deep water without diving too far. Or for owls at night, infrared cameras on drones to glow up hidden prey in the dark. Birds would still rely on their instincts, but tech adds that extra edge, making flights smarter and more fun. Remember how swallows build nests in colonies? A drone network could link them, sharing alerts about incoming cats or good mud spots for building. Their skies would feel connected, like a big bird social media up high.
I can picture a whole flock chatting through drone videos. That'd make migration less scary, like having a map that moves with you. But birds aren't the only ones who could use big help. What about animals on the ground, like elephants, who deal with heavy stuff all day?
You're onto something there. Elephants are these massive, gentle giants who already handle huge tasks in the wild, like uprooting trees with their trunks to clear paths for their herds. But could they actually build machines to make that even easier? At first glance, it seems impossible. They don't have fingers like us for fine work, just those strong, flexible trunks. Why would trunks be good for tinkering with tech?
Yeah, trunks are for grabbing leaves or spraying water, not soldering wires or whatever. Building a machine sounds way too fiddly for an elephant. They'd probably just knock it over by accident.
That's a fair doubt. Trunks aren't hands, and elephants aren't sitting around with toolboxes. But let's think about what we know from watching them in real life. Elephants are some of the smartest animals out there, solving problems like pros. In Africa, I've heard stories from wildlife experts about how they use branches as fly swatters, or dig holes with sticks to reach water underground. They're natural tool users, modifying what they find to fit their needs. So, in our what-if scenario, imagine an elephant herd facing a dry season. One clever elephant could team up with others, using its trunk to arrange big logs and vines into a simple lever system. A basic machine to lift fallen trees out of the way without straining.
Like a pulley or something. But how would they even know to build that? Elephants don't go to school for engineering.
No school, but they learn from each other, just like monkey troops or bird flocks. Picture this. An old bull elephant, the leader, remembers a time when a river flooded and blocked their path. He experiments with rocks and ropes made from tough grass, showing the younger ones how to pull together for more power. Over time, with access to tech scraps, maybe metal parts from abandoned human sites, they could design something bigger, like a trunk-powered winch to haul logs across muddy ground. It's not magic. It's their intelligence kicking in. Scientists have tested elephants with puzzles, like pulling a rope to get food, and they ace it every time, cooperating better than many animals.
Okay, so they're smart and work as a team. That lever idea sounds useful for moving stuff without getting stuck. But what about something more high-tech, like a machine that pumps water? Their trunks already do that naturally.
Exactly. Trunks are like built-in hoses, sucking up water to drink or bathe. But for deeper wells or during droughts, that might not cut it. Here's where tech shines. Elephants could adapt simple pumps, using their trunks to assemble parts like pistons from bamboo and rubber tubing scavenged nearby. Think of it like this anecdote from India. Elephants there help loggers by dragging timber, but they also figure out shortcuts, like stacking logs efficiently without being told. In our story, a matriarch elephant might lead the herd to create a solar-powered pump, positioning panels on their backs during sunny walks. The trunk turns a crank to start it, drawing water from far underground to fill a communal trough. No hands needed. The trunk's grip is precise enough for that, wrapping around handles like a built-in claw.
A solar pump? That'd be awesome for hot days when rivers dry up. I saw a video once of elephants spraying each other to cool off. They'd love a steady water supply. So, they're not just using tools. They're inventing stuff that fits their size and strength?
You've nailed it. Their problem-solving brains would turn tech into elephant-friendly gear. For moving objects, imagine a massive cart they design, with wide wheels to roll over savanna grass, pulled by a harness that distributes the weight so no one elephant tires out. Or tree movers, hydraulic arms triggered by trunk signals, lifting whole trunks to build stronger shade shelters during heat waves. It's all building on what they do naturally, cooperating in families, remembering routes for miles, even mourning lost members. Tech would amplify that, making daily challenges like finding food or avoiding floods feel less overwhelming. And get this, young elephants, the calves, would play with mini versions, like toy levers, learning early just as kids do with blocks.
Calves playing with tech toys? That'd be cute. Like baby elephants testing tiny pumps in puddles. It shows they're passing down smarts, herd to herd. But if elephants got this good with machines, wouldn't it change how they live every single day? Not just for big jobs?
Oh, it absolutely would ripple through everything they do.
Yeah, like turning tough days into something smoother for the whole herd. But wouldn't all this tech stuff mess up their wild lives? I mean, elephants and other animals seem happiest just roaming free, without gadgets getting in the way.
That's a thoughtful worry. Nature's balance is delicate, and we wouldn't want tech to turn animals into mini humans, losing what makes them special. But in this imaginative world, the changes could blend right in, enhancing their natural ways without disrupting the wild rhythm. Think of it like adding sprinkles to your favorite ice cream. It doesn't change the flavor, just makes it more enjoyable. Faster communication, for starters, would let animals like monkeys ping birds or elephants with quick alerts. Watch out for that storm! Keeping everyone safer while still foraging as they always have.
Sprinkles on ice cream? Okay, that helps. So, no big factories or anything, just tools that fit their world. How would easier foraging work without them forgetting how to hunt or find food on their own?
Great question. And you're right to check that. They'd never lose those instincts. Tech would just give a nudge. For birds, a drone might highlight berry bushes from above, but they'd still dive and peck with their beaks, feeling the thrill of the chase. Elephants could use those water pumps to refill spots that dry up, but they'd keep trunking through mud for grubs, staying connected to the earth. It's like when I was a kid exploring the woods behind my house. A map from my grandpa made finding streams quicker, but the best part was splashing in them myself. Animals would forage smarter, spending less time searching and more on playing or resting, which keeps ecosystems humming. More energy means healthier herds that don't overgraze one area.
I see. So it saves time without taking away the fun of doing it naturally. Like a shortcut on a game level, but you still play the whole thing. What about playful gadgets? Would monkeys or birds start treating tech like toys?
Absolutely, and that's where the real joy kicks in. Tech as playthings tailored for paws, wings, and trunks. Imagine a monkey with a rugged tablet that turns into a puzzle game where swiping reveals hidden fruits in a virtual jungle. It's not just fun, it's sharpening their smarts for real-life tricks. Birds might have feather-light gadgets that beep tunes during flights, like a flying boombox syncing with the wind, turning migrations into aerial dances. I've heard of dolphins in aquariums who invent games with bubbles. Now picture elephants with interactive balls that light up when trunk tapped, rolling them in games that build trunk strength for herd tasks. These gadgets would spark laughter across species, making downtime lively without pulling them from their habitats.
Dolphins with bubbles? That's already kinda techie in a bubbly way. Elephants playing light-up soccer sounds epic. They're so big it'd be like a parade. But how does all this make communities stronger? Wouldn't gadgets make them lazy or fight over them?
Nah, not lazy. Stronger bonds come from sharing the tools, just like kids trading cards at recess. Monkeys could form app-based troops, swapping tips on safe finds via shared screens, reducing squabbles over spots. Birds' drone networks might link flocks across continents, so a warning from one group about a hawk ripples out, fostering trust and teamwork. Elephants, with their family crews, could use voice-activated maps to reunite lost calves faster, deepening those tight-knit ties that already help them survive. And on the flip side, playful gadgets encourage cooperation. Think a group challenge where birds and monkeys team up via tech to spot a waterhole. It balances things out, preventing over-reliance by tying fun back to real skills, so communities thrive in harmony with nature, not against it.
Trading tips and team games? That'd turn the wild into one big playground club. No fighting over gadgets if everyone's sharing. Like passing a ball. It all sounds positive. Keeping the wild wild, but better.
You've grasped it perfectly. Tech wouldn't disrupt. It'd weave into their lives like vines on a tree, supporting growth. Faster chats mean quicker help during tough times. Easier foraging keeps bellies full without waste. Gadgets add giggles to routines, and stronger groups ensure no animal feels alone. Ecosystems stay balanced because animals would use tech wisely, adapting it to seasons and needs, much like how ants build bridges from leaves without ruining the colony. In the end, their world becomes a vibrant mix of instinct and innovation, full of wonder. It's a beautiful what-if, isn't it? Makes you appreciate how clever animals already are, with or without our gadgets.
Yeah, it really does. I love imagining that. Happier animals helping each other, still wild at heart. Thanks for exploring all this with me. It's made me see tech in a whole new fun way.